going to walk you through the basics of how to do glitch art. First, what you need is an image. Right here, I have pulled up an image of Caden Tower. First, we're going to open it in an image editor to get the size to be a little bit more reasonable. Today, I'm using Affinity Photo as my image editor, but GIMP is a great free one, or if you have access to Photoshop, that's good as well. So kind of the first thing we're going to do is resize the image just to make it a little bit more manageable. I'm going to make it 1920 by 2560 because that's a nice, much more manageable size. And then what I'm going to do after I've resized it is export it as a JPEG, and then make sure and rename it. I cannot tell you how many times I have accidentally saved over files that I did not want to. Okay, and then we're going to save that. I'm saving everything to my desktop because I've found it's much easier when you're doing this to not lose things if you do that. And then create a folder for your images. Okay. So after you have created that smaller file, the absolute first thing, make sure that the file extensions are shown, because that's going to become a big important piece in this. And then your absolute second thing before you do anything else, duplicate the file. Duplicate it. I have on so many occasions overwritten my original file, and that just totally ruins the whole process. So after I've done that, after I've duplicated it, I'll usually just name it -1 or -original. That way I have 2 backups of it. And then for this, I'm going to show you how to glitch it using TextEdit. If you're on a Mac, it would be TextEdit. If you are on Windows, it is Notepad. And then if you are on Linux, it's going to depend on which Linux distro you're using. But there are tons, and it's included on all of them. And then from here, after you've opened it up in TextEdit or Notepad, you're going to get kind of a gobbledygook of a bunch of random letters, numbers, symbols. That is not going to make any sense. And the first kind of biggest thing, this top piece of the file, we're not going to touch that. If we touch that, we break the file. So kind of scroll down to the middle of the file. And once you're at the middle, you can basically do whatever you want. So you can start writing poetry, like writing a haiku, or write some random things. Today I am presenting how to do glitch art. Randomly in this line, you can do a find and replace. So say I want to look for so look for these 3 characters, MER, and we're going to replace it with M3R71. N. And then it's found 8 of those, and then we'll just do replace all. Hit done, and then after I have done that, I'll save the file. So just your Control S, Command S, and then from there, looks like I accidentally broke the file. Oops, that will happen a lot. So if that happens, you just close the file and then delete the one that you just created, and then go back to your original, reduplicate it, and then just reopen it. And then instead of doing that, we'll do perfect. So we'll search for these characters, and then we'll just add these all. Let's see if that's going to get me anything. Ooh, let's not change that. Save, and then let's see. So this one just sort of destroyed the file. That's kind of the interesting thing about doing glitch art, is that you have to find that fine line between breaking the file and actually creating something beautiful. It does depend. If you reopen it in an image editor, it can, depending on the image editor, can create different things compared to what you, if you just open it in your built-in like image previewer. Yeah, so like this is kind of the result of doing kind of the more broken one. It's this weird, eerie red kind of color, like almost blood red. That's actually kind of scary. If you'd like to learn more about how to do this, please come to my workshop on August 26th. You'll learn how to do this with a text editor, as well as with audio editing software like Audacity, and you have the chance to ask me questions and get advice on how to get started doing this yourself.